Hey now, say now, YouTube. How we doing today? It's your boy Jackson Says. And on the menu today, we're going to discuss accountability. You got that right. Accountability. Accountability is taking ownership, taking responsibility for whatever the situation may be. Okay? Now, as we all know, that can mature someone. My dad, he had a saying. He has a lot of sayings, but one of the sayings that mixed with accountability is, he had a saying that says, if nothing changes, then nothing changes. I'm gonna run that by y'all again. If nothing changes, then nothing changes. You know, I remember I was once a casino junkie. I'm not lying. Oh, I had it bad. I had it bad. I would get paid Friday and wake up Saturday looking for my check. The casino already had it. It was, I woke up thinking it was a bad dream. Oh, it wasn't a dream. I wish it was. I'm telling you, I would blame everybody. I would blame the lady who sat down at the end of the card table who shouldn't have took this hit or that hit. You know, I feel like she took my card and made the whole table lose. You know, I would blame it on everything. I would blame it on, I shouldn't have drank today when I came out here. I should have just came out here and played cards sober today. I would have won then. You know, that was the trick. But no, I'll tell you what the issue was. The issue was me. I had a bad gambling problem, right? But it took years of that for me to realize it, okay? And then once I finally came to the conclusion that I had an issue, I addressed it and I corrected it, okay? I wish I could have done that years earlier. I wish I would have been accountable years earlier. Guess what? It would have saved me a lot of money. I'm thankful that finally I came to that conclusion and manned up, because that's really what being accountable is. It's manning up, woman up, and say, hey, I'm taking responsibility for this. And really, guys, that's the only way to mature and get over that phase that we're in, right? We got to be accountable. And I know it seems simple, but I deal with a lot of people. I deal with a lot of people that like to blame others for whatever their condition is. Okay? Whatever their condition is. I'll give you a couple of examples. So we all know someone like this, right? When someone's sick, all right, I know somebody, every time they get sick, guess what the first thing they do is? They point out the person that got them sick. Do you understand me? So now that, because they're sick, they're saying, oh, he got me sick. She got me sick. I was around them and they were sick. They got me sick. You know, and I laugh. They really believe that, which it's possible that could have been a cause of whatever cold or virus they had. But at the same time, we have to take that accountability and say, listen, I'm not taking care of myself properly. I'm not eating right. I'm not sleeping right. My immune system's messed up right now. You know, I have a few DWIs on my record, and, you know, that caused me to go into a treatment program. And I'll never forget, one of the therapists, she would always, basically bump heads with me. I would bump heads with her. The number one reason was I would not take the responsibility. Okay. She wanted to pull it out of me. She just wanted me to say, okay, I have a problem. And that's something I couldn't say. You know, she wanted me to say I'm an alcoholic. That's something I could not say. Okay. But until I finally said, listen, I'm ready to change. I had to look myself in the mirror. And that's, I'm ready to change. I'm ready to grow. And I'm ready to get past some of these bad habits I have, right? And once I finally got to that point, that's when I was finally able to become accountable for my bad habits. It's no one else's fault that I decided to have a few drinks, decided to, get behind the wheel, and decide to make that mistake and to put lives at risk, to make that foolish decision. But once I finally became accountable and said, listen, I'm an idiot. This is a stupid decision. What am I doing? I had to finally man up. And once I did that, guess what? It was life-changing. Life-changing. Because for one, you might hear people say this. You can change for no one else but yourself. That's the number one reason why accountability is important, because when you're accountable, you're telling yourself, hey, I got to take responsibility for this, and this is something I never want to do again. But if you're trying to do it for a friend, a parent, a girlfriend, a relationship, if you're trying to change for even change for your kids, I believe you can change for others, but the number one person you need to change for and want to change for is you. Because saying you're changing for someone else, you might not even really want to do it. You're trying to impress, you're trying to change, you're trying to get a different appearance from someone else. And guess what? That's when you end up keeping the same bad habits, making the same mistakes over and over. Okay? Because you haven't convinced who? You haven't convinced you that you have an issue. And that's the number one thing about being accountable. You have to convince yourself that, hey, I'm ready to change. Because again, like I said, my father told me always, if nothing changes, then nothing changes. So you're going to continue that same pattern. You're going to continue that same habit if you don't take the responsibility and the accountability. Insanity is doing the same things over and over and over, but expecting a different result. Okay? Means that person, I'll give you an example. If you're going to the club, you pick up a club rat, a few days later, you got some issues, you got some wild nights, some crazy stuff happening, and you're like, you know what? That girl was crazy, right? Now, I go to that same club again. Pick up someone similar attitude, similar personality, into the similar things. Guess what? 9 times out of 10, I'm going to have a similar situation happen to me that happened to me before. You know why? I'm doing the same thing over and over and over, but expecting a different result. Which it most likely is not going to be a different result, because guess why? Nothing changed. So that's just a few things I want to, mention today as far as accountability goes. I just want to lay that out there because, again, for one, we getting older. We're not getting younger. I got kids I teach this to. I got kids I tell, hey, man, take responsibility. Don't blame your little brother and your little sister. No, take responsibility, right? Because that's what it takes to mature in life. And, some of us mature earlier, some of us mature later. But again, accountability, trust me. Once we're able to look ourselves in the mirror, look someone else in the eyes and say, hey, I messed up. That's on me. That's my bad. I did that. It's not going to happen again. I'm going to work on that. I'm going to work, I got this. That's when the change happens. That's when maturity happens. That's when growth happens. Okay? And that's when our future brightens. So again, accountability is major. Let's work on it. And hey, Jackson says, thanks for listening. Thanks for following. Thanks for sharing. Like, comment, talk to me. I'll talk back. Until next time, peace.